Hey everyone, welcome to a new video, welcome to my channel. My name is Maaike. Today's video is going to be all about my top 10 favorite complexion products of 2020. So these are going to be the foundations, primers and concealers. No powders because I didn't try anything that stood out, but these were the products that stood out to me for like my base makeup complexion for sure. I definitely have reviews up with all of these products over on my blog, so I'll make sure to put links in the description box down below to all of those blog posts. And I'm pretty sure I also have videos where I try these either in get ready with me's or full faces. I've done a lot of videos this year where I've used some of this stuff. So let me just show you what I rate very, very highly. Starting off with primer, and there was only one primer I tried this year that really stood out to me, and it's the Milk Makeup Hydrogrip Primer. Now this primer I've used up. I bought a little mini. I had like one or two of the little point perks from Sephora, and then I used up a travel size. So now I want to get myself the bigger size sometime in 2021 because this is now one of my favorite all-time primers. It does exactly that. It is hydrating, but it also makes sure your makeup stays put. I've never tried a formula like this. This is the first like true more high-end primer that's a little bit more expensive that I've tried that I feel is worth the price point. So that's why this had to get a mention in today's video. And then I've got 4 concealers for you that I liked. And I'm gonna start off with the concealer I'm wearing today because I am wearing the Zoeva Authentik Skin Perfector in the shade 010 Absolute. And this is such a lovely hydrating concealer. I'm loving it. It's what I'm wearing on my under eyes right now. And after trying this, I wanted to keep it in my Shop My Stash to try and see if I can use it up because I just loved it that much. You'll see. The Zoeva Authentik Skin line is one that's working very well for me personally. So that's why this had to get a mention because even though it came in at the end of the year, by now I need to dip in 3 times to get the amount of product that I want to use to cover my entire face or to cover the areas on my face where I use this. And to me, that's a sign that it's almost gone. So that's why I hope to be able to use this up before the end of the year. And then one that I used at the start of the year a lot is the Appieux, I think that's how you pronounce the brand, Moist Creamy Concealer in the shade 3 Porcelain. And I use this, I'm not sure if I use it in that video, but I know I bought it to use in my full face of Asian makeup, which I did, I think, last February. So I had never really tried a lot of Korean, Japanese makeup brands, so I went onto YesStyle and bought a couple of products that sounded okay, and then I bought this concealer that it's very similar actually to the Zoeva one, but I think this is actually a lot more affordable. I'm not exactly sure what this promises to do anymore because all the writing on the back is like Korean, but it does have an SPF of 30 it says here, but that's the only thing I can read. But my experience with this was absolutely lovely. Standard concealer for sure. And then the next 2 products are actually a little bit of a combo, so maybe I should count this as one, but in this video I'm counting it as 2. And that is the Peri Para Ink Corrector in the shade Peach. Am I saying that correctly? Oh, it doesn't say the shade. Probably it does, but in Korean, which I can't read, but it's the peachy one. And then the Glossier Stretch Concealer in the shade G12. I love this Glossier concealer, let's just start there, for how hydrating it is. In the winter time, this was so lovely, and I put it in my Shop My Stash again this month, but I've been using the Zoeva one so much because I want to try and use it up. They haven't really gone for these 2, but they were in my Shop My Stash in December, but I like layering the ink corrector by Peri Para underneath the Glossier because the Glossier doesn't have a lot of coverage, and I do have a little bit of like a dark circle situation because my eyes are fairly deep set. So I am someone who struggles with having dark circles any day. It's not like a sign of bad sleep or anything like that. I just have dark circles to begin with. So if a concealer isn't like potent enough that it gives me enough coverage, it can look a little bluish underneath there. But this peach one does an excellent job of correcting my under eye. And then with this on top, it was a match made in heaven. Let me tell you, I rate these products so highly. And I now have this as a corrector in my makeup collection. The only corrector I own over things like the Bobbi Brown and the Benefit that I've used in the past. And this is super affordable too, so what's not to love? And then what I've tried and loved most is foundations. For some reason, in terms of base products, 2020 was a great year for foundation for me. Let's start off with something that came out towards the end of the year. This is the Essence Pretty Natural Hydrating Foundation. I rate this a lot more highly than the hydrating foundation that Catrice came out with. This worked a lot better on me. I have mine in the shade 020 Neutral Alabaster. This was a really lovely shade on me. It's a very lightweight formula, great for every day. It has excellent wear time too, even though it is a hydrating foundation. It's just a really, really good one, so that's why I did have to give it a mention here. Even though Catrice came out with a not so great foundation in the fall time, in the summertime they released, or springtime I think it was, for their spring summer collection, they released these, the Clean ID Hydro BB Cream, and this was really, really nice when I tried it. I definitely kept it around for the summertime because that's when I like to wear BB creams. This only comes in 2 shades. Such a shame, but it was a really lovely one. It was very hydrating, and this is going to be, like, this is the only base product that Catrice has come out with all year that I really fell in love with, so this is excellent. Really, really well done to Catrice for that one, and I think it's actually quite similar to the Essence one in terms of texture, so yeah, that was a lovely one. So in terms of like sheer, more hydrating base products, what definitely stood out to me was the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer. I've also tried the foundation. I like this better. I have mine in the shade Fair 4N, and this was so lovely when I tried it. It's lightweight, but it still gives a bit of coverage. This was a lovely one over the summertime, and I can't wait to go back to it when it's more time to use this again. I just think that this is such a great sheer base product. I've seen a lot of people featuring this in their end of year favorites, and I fully agree because this was lovely. And then last but not least, I did a video with both of these foundations the other day because I had not gotten around to filming that video yet, and I wanted to get it out there before the end of the year, and it's the Zoeva Authentik Skin Foundation and the Anastasia Luminous Foundation. I told you that the Zoeva was going to make another appearance here. This is the matching foundation that comes with the concealer that I just raved about. This is in the shade, what was it again? 030N Ambition. This is really, really lovely on me. It's very glowy, very hydrating, and it's a nice dupe for the Anastasia foundation, which is twice as expensive, but does give a very similar effect. I have to say that the shade range of the Anastasia is a little bit better for me. Like this match, this is 130N, is a little bit better on me, but if you would like to see how these two compare, if I did a 10-hour wear test wearing these side by side on my face all day, which I will link in the eye above. These were lovely. These were really, really great foundations. They had a very similar wear time. They looked excellent even after 10+ hours of wear. These are probably my top 2 favorite base products of the entire year. These ones. So there you have it. That's my top 10 favorite base products of the year. I really would like to know what your favorites were, so leave a comment down below. I've got a few more of these videos coming your way, so I hope you would like to stay tuned and subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more by me. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye!